The future needs to be equitable, it needs to be fair, it needs to be very global, it needs to be focused on people having access to all the opportunities and also having access to being compensated fairly for working. My name is Dominika Stobiecka and I'm a co-founder of WorkDAO. We are a token compensation platform for Web3 employment. I think that overall, we want to make sure that you can work anywhere you want, you can work on whatever you want, you can be compensated for the work that you are doing, and you can access the amazing upside that token grant agreements are enabling. We want to make sure that people understand the opportunities they have and that they can come into the space if they are not yet here with clarity and without having to sacrifice things to be here. I was born in Poland, but finished high school in Switzerland, and then for university moved to UK, Australia. Then I started working in traditional finance, in investment banking in London. After Brexit, was relocated to Frankfurt, then went back to grad school, moved to Paris and Tokyo. And so, throughout that really privileged life of being able to study and live and work everywhere that I wanted to, of course, taxes followed and visa issues followed, and having to solve all of them on my own was a very, very big challenge for me, and allowed me to really understand what it means to be an adult, and to really understand how different jurisdictions approach taxes and approach immigration and approach compensation. So I felt all of it on my own. At WorkDAO, we are building a token grant compensation platform for Web3 employment. We focus on helping organizations and contributors in the space to be able to be legally and compliantly be compensated in tokens. So we specifically focus on enabling two parts of the compensation in Web3. One is crypto payroll, so everything related to regular payments for employees or independent contractors. And then the second part, much more complex, is around token grant agreements. They come in a lot of different shapes and forms, restricted token units, token options, and the list goes on and on and on. Those are the parts of the compensation that enable contributors to really get the true upside in the projects that they build. Making sure that those problems are solved and people can be paid legally and compliantly is challenging. We are solving it at scale across all the jurisdictions in line with tax regulations, in line with employment regulations, and really building solution at scale globally and for the entire ecosystem. I think that the most important thing for us is enabling people to be compensated. Every jurisdiction is really different, and both the classic payroll but also the token grant agreements come with individual challenges in every jurisdiction, and they also depend on individual circumstances, whether someone has family, what their tax situation is. So that's one of the most important parts for us, is to make sure that we are there with contributors every step of the way, making sure that they understand both the regular compensation that they are receiving, but especially that they are able to get the upside in the projects that they are building. We want to make sure that we provide clarity to contributors and also that we do all the work related to tax withholding. We are clearing those challenges around sell to cover strategies and all of the processes that have to happen in order to make sure that the contributor is paid and that the tax authority gets the tax that they are supposed to get as well. And that's sort of one part, sort of the compensation aspect of it. Second part is obviously everything related to employment, and we make sure that people, even if they are working on fully distributed projects, that they can have all the benefits of full-time employment if that's something that they need. That comes with, again, ability to have a visa, ability to have statutory benefits. We want to make sure that working in the space is not coming with a cost to your personal well-being. It's sort of a broad spectrum of legal challenges, operational challenges, and sort of making sure that people are just generally okay. I think that it's really daunting when you try to think about this as a concept, like pushing humanity forward. But really what it comes down to solving small things, like things that seem small in the grand scale of how world operates. But if we are going to contribute to at least one contributor being better off, being able to live the life they want, that means that we succeeded as an organization. Of course, from bigger perspective, we are here to elevate the entire space. We are here to enable more people to come into the ecosystem and be able to work here, to be able to be compensated, and of course, to be able to access that potentially generational wealth that being here enables to extent that probably we haven't seen in the past. In terms of how we are going about it, it's of course continuing to build the solutions and build them in dialogue with all the stakeholders. We want to make sure that we are not building in silos. We are here for organizations, we are here for contributors, we are here for regulators, and the solutions that we are building, they are solving problems at scale. Hopefully this is like a small part of contributing to the bigger mission, but being here, being part of Protocol Labs network as well, is just like, if you think about it, if every single project and every single person solves a tiny problem, we collectively solve all of them, and really enabling the humanity to move forward, and hopefully that future is going to look bright, and is going to look bright for everyone.